Everybody's good to go? Okay, good afternoon. Bonjour. I'm Sergeant Paul Maneg with the Manitoba RCMP Media Relations. Je suis Sergent Paul Maneg avec la GRC du Manitoba. We acknowledge we are gathered on Treaty 1 territory and that Manitoba is located on the treaty territories and ancestral lands of the Anishinaabe, Anishinaabe, Dakota, Dene, and Nitohot nations. That Manitoba is located on the homeland of the Red River Métis, and northern Manitoba includes lands that were and are the ancestral lands of the Inuit. We respect the spirit and intent of the treaties and treaty making and remain committed to working in partnership with First Nations, Métis, and Inuit people in the spirit of truth, reconciliation, and collaboration. Nous reconnaissons que nous sommes rassemblés sur le territoire du traité numéro 1 et que le Manitoba est situé sur les territoires visés par les traités et les terres ancestrales des diverses nations, à savoir les Anishinaabe, les Anishinaabe, les Dakota, les Dene et les Nitohot Nations. Nous reconnaissons que le Manitoba est situé sur la terre natale de la nation métisse, de la Rivière-Rouge et que le nord du Manitoba comprend le territoire qui était et demeure le territoire ancestral des Inuits. Nous respectons l'esprit et l'intention des traités et de leur élaboration et nous nous engageons à travailler en partenariat avec les Premières Nations, les Métis et les Inuits dans un esprit de vérité, de réconciliation et de collaboration. Thank you for coming today. Merci d'être venu aujourd'hui. With me today is Superintendent Rob Lawson, Officer in charge of Manitoba RCMP Major Crime Services, and Sergeant Morgan Page, who is the team commander for the investigation with RCMP Major Crime Services. Je suis accompagné aujourd'hui du Surintendant Rob Lawson, officier responsable du service des crimes majeurs de la GRC au Manitoba, et de la sergente Morgan Page, chef de l'équipe chargée de cette enquête des services des crimes majeurs. Both will be speaking on the progress of the investigation and the subsequent arrest and charges laid in relation to the homicide of Melinda Lynxleg. Tous deux s'exprimeront sur l'avancement de l'enquête, les arrestations qui ont suivi et les accusations qui ont été portées dans le cadre de l'homicide de Melinda Lynxleg. Following each of their remarks, they will be provided in French. Après les remarques, celles-ci seront lues en français. As the family of Melinda Lynxleg could not be here with us today, Sergeant Morgan Page will also read out two statements afterwards provided by the family. La famille de Melinda Lynxleg ne peut être présente aujourd'hui. Le sergent Morgan Page lira deux déclarations fournies par la famille. Merci. Sir.
Good afternoon, everyone. Firstly, I want to thank everybody for coming here today. I want to thank Mr. Alan Weiss, Manitoba Justice, who's present with us today. And importantly and respectfully, I want to thank Chief McKay for making the trip down today to Winnipeg. Appreciate his very kind words for the RCMP work that was done in this case. Firstly, again, I want to extend my condolences on behalf of the RCMP to Melinda's family. We're very sorry for your loss. Melinda Lynxleg went missing in 2020. 2 years ago, we held a press conference sadly announcing that Melinda's body was located in a rural area that now confirmed that her death was due to a homicide. Melinda's Aunt Betty Lynxleg joined me at the initial press conference about 2 years ago, offering support and encouragement to our investigators in finding who was responsible for Melinda's death. Today, after an incredible amount of work by Manitoba RCMP and with unwavering support from Melinda's family and her home community of Valley River First Nation, I can announce today that the Manitoba RCMP Major Crime Unit has arrested and charged 3 individuals in connection with Melinda's death. I need to say there is still a lot of work ahead, but we hope that today's announcement will bring some assurance or reassurance to the family in this difficult time. Be assured that the Manitoba RCMP continues to work on all unsolved homicide investigations across Manitoba and will never stop trying to find answers for the families. In this instance, this is another example of the RCMP's commitment to all unsolved homicide investigations across Manitoba. Very importantly, I do need to stress that in all these investigations, the importance of community assistance and support. We would not be successful here today if there wasn't the support of the community. I would now like to pass it over, and I'd like to ask Sergeant Morgan Page, who is the team commander for this investigation, to provide some more information and some more detail. Thank you.
Merci à toutes de votre présence. À la famille de Melinda, au nom de la GRC, nous vous présentons nos sincères condoléances. Il y a 2 ans, nous avons tenu une conférence de presse pour annoncer avec beaucoup de distress que le corps de Melinda avait été retrouvé. Betty Lynxleg, la tante de Melinda, a prononcé quelques mots sur le podium ce jour-là. Ce qui m'a frappé et qui a encore plus frappé mes enquêteurs, c'est lorsqu'elle a parlé de la loi traditionnelle Anishinaabe. Elle a expliqué que le principe au cœur de la loi traditionnelle est que si vous blessez quelqu'un, si vous faites du mal à quelqu'un, il y aura des conséquences et justice sera toujours faite. Nous avons attendu ces mots et nous n'avons jamais cessé de croire que nous allions trouver les personnes responsables de la mort de Melinda et qu'effectivement justice serait rendue. Aujourd'hui, grâce aux innombrables heures de travail de nos policiers et au très grand soutien de la famille de Melinda et de sa communauté de la réserve du traité de Tutnawazibing, je suis en mesure d'annoncer que les policiers des services des crimes majeurs de la GRC au Manitoba ont arrêté et accusé 3 personnes de meurtre au 2e degré en lien avec la mort de Melinda. Il y a encore beaucoup de travail à faire, mais nous espérons que l'annonce de ces arrestations et de ces accusations aujourd'hui offre un soulagement à la famille et à la communauté, car les personnes que nous croyons responsables de la mort de Melinda sont maintenant en prison et attendent leur procès. Soyez assurés que la GRC au Manitoba continue d'enquêter sur tous les homicides non résolus et qu'elle ne cessera jamais d'essayer de trouver des réponses pour les familles. J'aimerais maintenant demander au chef d'équipe des services des crimes majeurs, le sergent Morgan Page, de donner un peu plus d'informations sur l'enquête.
Thank you, Superintendent Lawson. This was an extremely complex investigation that spanned over a period of 5 years. RCMP officers from across Western Manitoba and specialized units from within the RCMP headquarters have been continuously working to find the people responsible for Melinda's death. The investigation began when Melinda was reported missing on April 16th in 2020, immediately launching the RCMP into an extensive search. Through the investigation, we determined that the last time that anybody saw Melinda Lynxleg was on the morning of April 2nd, 2020, after she left a residence in the RM of Grandview. She was 40 years old when she disappeared. Our officers followed up on numerous tips, completed over 50 interviews, and worked alongside with our partner agencies for any clue as to where she may have been. Through these investigative steps, our officers narrowed the search to an area in Santa Clara, Manitoba. On June 6, 2023, the body of Melinda Lynxleg was located on an abandoned property in Santa Clara, Manitoba, and a homicide investigation was initiated. RCMP Major Crime Unit, Roblin, Russell, and Dauphin RCMP detachments, along with countless other police resources, continued to gather evidence. Over 150 statements and thousands of hours of work helped direct our investigation. Announcing the arrests of these 3 individuals today. Last week, between October 14th and October 16th, we arrested the following individuals for Melinda's murder. 38-year-old Miles Malcolm Allery from Russell, Manitoba. 42-year-old Kirk Kenneth Allery from Roblin, Manitoba. And 46-year-old Billy J. Lynxleg from Tutanawazabing Treaty Reserve. All the individuals were arrested at their respective residences without incident. The 3 suspects have been remanded and charged with second-degree murder as well as offer indignity to human remains. I can also confirm that they were all known to Melinda at the time of her death. These historical files require a great deal of support from the number of units that we have within the RCMP. Without the expertise from these units, we would not have been able to reach the point that we are today. Over 60 officers, along with outside agencies, civilians, all contributed to the arrest made today. Every single person worked incredibly hard to find justice for Melinda. We are grateful to everybody who came forward and reached out to provide valuable information for the investigation. In cases like this, community and family support is critical to finding answers for our affected families. The RCMP simply cannot do this work alone. Thank you.
Merci, Surintendant Lawson. Ce fut une enquête très complexe qui a duré 5 ans. Des policiers de la GRC dans tout l'ouest du Manitoba et des unités spécialisées de notre quartier général ont travaillé sans relâche pour trouver les personnes responsables du décès de Melinda. L'enquête a commencé lorsque la disparition de Melinda a été signalée au détachement de la GRC de Roblin le 16 avril 2020. Une vaste opération de recherche a immédiatement été lancée. L'enquête nous a permis d'établir que Melinda Lynxleg a été vue pour la dernière fois le matin du 2 avril 2020 après avoir quitté une résidence dans la municipalité rurale de Grandview. Elle avait 40 ans au moment de sa disparition. Dans les mois qui ont suivi, nos policiers ont fait le suivi de plusieurs renseignements reçus, ont réalisé plus de 50 entrevues et ont travaillé en collaboration avec nos organismes partenaires à la recherche d'un indice sur l'endroit où elle pourrait se trouver. Ces mesures d'enquête ont amené nos policiers à restreindre la recherche à St. Clair, au Manitoba. Le 6 juin 2023, le corps de Melinda a été retrouvé sur une propriété abandonnée à St. Clair et nous avons commencé à enquêter sur son décès, considéré comme un homicide. Les services des crimes majeurs de la GRC, les détachements de la GRC de Roblin, Russell et Dauphin, avec l'aide d'innombrables autres ressources policières, ont continué à recueillir des preuves. Grâce à plus de 150 déclarations et des milliers d'heures de travail, nous sommes arrivés au point de pouvoir enfin procéder à des arrestations. La semaine dernière, entre le 14 et le 16 octobre, nous avons procédé à l'arrestation des individus suivants. Miles Malcolm Allery, 38 ans, de Russell. Kirk Kenneth Allery, 42 ans, de Roblin. Et Billy J. Lynxleg, 46 ans, de la réserve du traité de Tutanawazabing. Ces individus ont tous été arrêtés à leurs résidences respectives sans incident. Les 3 suspects ont été mis en détention et accusés de meurtre au deuxième degré et d'indignité envers des restes humains. Je peux également confirmer qu'ils étaient tout connus de Melinda. Ces dossiers historiques exigent le soutien de nombreuses unités de toute la GRC et sans leurs expertises, nous n'aurions pas pu obtenir ce résultat. Plus de 60 policiers ainsi que des organismes externes et des civils ont contribué à ces arrestations. Chaque personne a travaillé très fort pour que justice soit rendue à Melinda. Nous sommes reconnaissants envers toutes les personnes qui ont communiqué avec nous pour nous transmettre de précieux renseignements. Dans ce genre de dossier, le soutien de la collectivité et de la famille est essentiel pour savoir ce qui s'est produit. La GRC ne peut pas trouver des réponses seule. Merci. If there are any questions now, I'll open the floor up to Superintendent. Oh, I'm sorry. We'll have Sergeant Morgan Page will now read family statements from two of the family members.
I'm very honored to read a statement prepared by the Lynxleg family that they wanted to be read here today. Our family has been informed that arrests have been made in connection with the murder of our beloved daughter, sister, mother, and auntie Melinda. While this development brings a sense of relief, it also reopens the deep pain and emotion we have carried since her tragic death more than 5 years ago. Melinda is forever in our hearts. We continue to cherish her memory and celebrate her birthdays together with her children, keeping her spirit alive through love and remembrance. Her children hold close the memories they have of their mother, and at this time we have chosen not to share with them the details surrounding her death. We are deeply grateful to the RCMP investigators, to the Major Crime Unit, and all those who worked tirelessly and never gave up on her case. Your dedication, persistence, and compassion have brought us one step closer to justice for Melinda. We also want to thank our community, friends, and everyone who stood by us over the years. Your prayers and support and strength have helped us through the most difficult times. Also, at this time, the loss of their father, Clifford Keeper, is still fresh in our hearts. Our family continues to mourn his passing while now facing renewed emotions surrounding Melinda's case. As Melinda's daughter, I have been grieving her loss for years, living with the pain that never ends. Growing up without her meant missing the love and guidance every girl deserves from her mother. The laughter and moments often daughters share with their mums are things that I will never have. The loss has left an ache in me and in all of us, her children, sisters, brother, mother, father, and close family members, whose lives have been forever changed by her death. When news of the arrest came, it brought both tears and relief. We can finally breathe again knowing justice is served. But the pain of losing Melinda will never fade. Our tears are not only of sadness, but also of anger for what was done to her and to us. To those responsible, we cannot offer forgiveness. The choices you made took someone from us who can never be replaced. As we move forward, our family asks for privacy and respect while we continue to process the news and take the next steps in seeking full justice for Melinda. She will always be loved, remembered, and honored, and we will forever say her name. The family of Melinda Lynxleg. Melinda's family also wanted to share a message to everybody that is missing a loved one. Even in the darkest moments, love does not disappear. It fuels our search, strengthens our voice, and carries the memory of those we fight for. Hope doesn't fade. It waits with us, walks beside us, and keeps their light alive until they are found. Do not stop seeking the truth and demanding justice, because they matter and they are not forgotten. We search, we speak, and we remember until justice answers and every soul finds its way home. Many hugs and prayers to our families who are still searching for their missing loved one and seeking justice. Miigwech, the Lynxleg family. Thank you.
Questions? I realize you're limited in what you can say, but can you describe what was the break in the case? It took this long, and then there was an announcement earlier this year that some new information had come forward?
Yeah, during the course, after we transitioned from a missing person investigation into a homicide investigation, just through the course of following up on information and leads, we were able to lead to what happened here today with the arrests of the 3 individuals. And that information was slowly coming forward through that course of that time, which led to the press release not so long ago.
So was it physical evidence or witnesses? Can you describe it generally?
It was a combination of things. We've been working with our lab and with all of the witnesses and the people surrounding Melinda at the time of her death in order to collect the information that we required to get us to the point of arresting the 3 individuals today.
And are any of the accused related to the victim?
Yes, they were all known to her at the time. They were acquaintances, and Billy J. Lynxleg was a close family relation.
Sergeant Page, can you speak to the scale of this investigation? 5 dozen officers you mentioned that have contributed information. Is that common? Is that a unique situation to have 60 officers all working together on a case like this? Can you just speak a little bit more to
That. Yeah, it is unique in a way because this investigation was longer, 5 years long. There was multiple officers that became involved throughout the course of the investigation as a result of the mass amount of information that we had to comb through. And then on our assistance units, we had probably over a dozen of our specialized sections involved and officers that are part of those units assisting in the case. And so it is a bit unique. Usually the team is, 15 officers, 10 officers. This was a very special situation in that regard.
Were any of these individuals known to RCMP?
They were all known to the RCMP, the local RCMP detachments in that area, yeah.
You said earlier this year, in April, you reviewed some new info. Can you shed light on what new info sort of arose out of that?
Yeah, we had, the case had been reviewed at that point and combed through in extreme detail. And during that review, we were able to uncover some further information and then also strategize as to what we needed to do to move the investigation forward and take those next steps to get to where we are today. Right now, there is further investigation, even just based off of what we did last week. Information has been gleaned from those investigative steps, arresting, interviewing people. We have further interviews and information to collect during the course of the coming weeks following these arrests.
Would you expect more arrests, or do you think
It's just ongoing investigation, so we do need to further our efforts in other areas.
Réponses en français, some answers in French. Is it possible?
C'est possible après.
Oui, bien sûr.
Is Lynxleg's kid's dad?
Yes.
Any other questions?
All on the circumstances around at night that, this homicide might have happened, or why she would have been.
I can't comment on specifics. Part of our job is also to get forward, and we are in the middle of an ongoing investigation, and then get us to a successful prosecution. So those specific details I won't release today. And the Lynxleg family has asked us to not to hold some of those details close out of respect for their family.
And can you have to explain the offering to human remains because we don't understand what that charge might be?
Yeah, so, provincial legislation in Manitoba governs the movement, removal, and transport of deceased individuals. So going against those legislations would negate a charge like this.
Remains removed, in essence. Sorry, her remains removed, in essence.
Yes.
In connection to any of the accused in this case?
Yes, it did have a connection to the acquaintances that she was with at the time. It wasn't at the time that we found Melinda, but there was a historical family connection there. Any other questions? Thank you very much.